it's Lil Guys. I'm making this game about building castles and fighting monsters. Today's agenda: what's new in version 0.4, some stuff about community, modding, and the journey of game dev, and what's next. Here we go. There's a new enemy. Some of you may remember this little guy. The shell tank is back in the game. It's designed to bust right through your castle walls, and it does so by launching bombs. Evidently, it's kind of a beast, so I've added a few things to help you fight back. First is a new building, the Outpost. These let you station little guys wherever you want. For example, plop down an outpost outside your castle, send some little guys over to it. Now you can fight off enemies before they break into your castle. And there's some little tricks you can do. Like if you want to force your king to stay in one spot, you could place an outpost and assign the king to it. Or you can set the max little guy count to 0 and use the flagpole as a decoration. So maybe some shell tanks still slip through and they destroy all your beautiful work. Not to worry, we have auto rebuild now. If a building gets destroyed, the game will remember what was there and place a blueprint for you. It's a nice option if you want to go on autopilot. Go to the bathroom, pick up Taco Bell, go see a movie, and when you get back, your castle should be mostly intact. So you have some ways to counter shell tanks, but there needs to be some kind of reward for warding them off, which is why in the next update, they will drop their shells as an item, like this, and with those, you'll be able to make your own bombs and cannons, maybe some armor. But if you want to play with bombs right now, press F4 to open the super secret creative mode. You can spawn any item or character in the game. Go hog wild. Feel free to nuke the entire map if that's your thing. Okay, what else? Doors. I went with this revolving door look. It's fun to see your little guys run through them. It also means I can use the same animation wherever the doors are placed. They're good for filtering enemies like Skolos, who try to find a path to your king. So you'll see Skolos heading straight for doors and busting them down. Another cool thing with doors is that we can detect rooms. Right now I use rooms to prevent workers from getting distracted. Like in this example, if I remove the doors, the little guys will stop what they're doing and go chase a faraway enemy. And there's a lot more we could do. Like we could have rooms dedicated to certain jobs or give certain bonuses, maybe a throne room. Anyway, you technically can make these door monstrosities. I might make doors more expensive to discourage this, but we'll see. Some changes to the king. I added a nice crown icon telling you where the king is, and you can press K to warp to him. By the way, if the king dies, any enemy can pick up the crown. Here's what it looks like on the hermit crab boss. I think it'd be cool to make bosses drop bonus loot if you allow them to take the crown first. Kind of a risk-reward situation. You offer your king, and you try to beat the boss before it escapes with the crown. Overall, I made the little guys less, stupid. They are head empty, trust me, there's nothing going on in there. But I've spent a lot of time making them work more efficiently. Like here, I made them way better at digging large areas, and they're way more organized during combat. In the past, a single enemy could distract your entire population of little guys. We've got way better world generation. Before it was literally random. Enemies would spawn in these tiny pockets and then have nothing to do except drill a big tunnel through the map. Now it generates clear corridors at the edges of the map that enemies enter through. And also some basics. You can change your controls in the settings, and there's a nice little title screen. It plays a random demo of the game in the background, so if you make a cool castle, send me the save file. I can put it in the game for everyone to see, and of course credit you. You can also mod this yourself by adding your save to the config/demos folder. I used some dark programmer magic to make the game run 2 to 3 times faster. That deserves its own video. And I fixed a ton of bugs. Players found that the fog at the edge of the map would turn red for no reason, and whenever you saved and loaded the game, all your little guys would become cracked and damaged and sad. I know it sounds like I just described a creepypasta, but I swear, it happens, it was real. Sometimes the game just does stuff for no reason. So the last thing I expected in the last 6 months was the amounts of fan art and lore building from folks. I underestimated how much could be done with little guys who look like candy. I think it's really awesome. And also, people made the most random mods for the game, like making the little guys go to war with each other or animating that one music video. You guys are goofy. So I want to make modding easier. Right now, if you sneak into the config folder, you can change the world size, raise the little guy limit, and completely reprogram all of the little guy and enemy AI. You can do some pretty weird stuff. In the future, I'll make it easier to add new buildings and custom animations and all that. Some of you asked how you can support the development of the game. The thing I need more than anything else is time. I only have a couple hours a day to work on Lil Guys. And regardless, I'm super proud of the progress I've made, especially compared to 1 year ago. I don't need donations, so if you'd really like to help, playtest the game and tell people about it. Send me screenshots and videos of your kingdoms. Find bugs, invest in the community, tell your friends to wishlist the game on Steam. This wouldn't be possible without the community, or at least very difficult, so you do play a part. What's next for version 0.5? There's gonna be 2 new enemies. One's called the Skullet. I think this would make a better introductory enemy because then I could make the Skullo stronger and split it into 3 baby Skullets when defeated. The other enemy won't have any attacks, but it will try to steal items from the ground. This would be the first enemy that really blends with the resource management part of the game. And some new buildings. Cannons, so we can launch stuff and utilize item drops from the shell tanks, and possibly a healing building so your little guys don't crumble away. And what about after that? Building walkways. These can be used to decorate your castle and provide a little speed boost when walking on them. And specialized Lil Guys. This is the most requested feature. Don't worry, it's going to happen. But first, I want the game to feel complete and playable with just the default Little Guys. Then armor and weapons and special jobs will be included to add further depth. And of course, bosses. It's in the works. They're gonna have a ton of health, drop a ton of loot, and be a ton of fun. So, my game about Little Guys is expanding. With all of these things, I'd love to release the game on Steam Early Access. It's probably something we can do in 2025. So don't forget to wishlist, the link's in the description. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel.